The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 9 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
And that's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And remember our meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in the end zone at least 10 times. And that ramps up into their bigger goal to try and get 20 overall as a team.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. On the move past the 40. He's still on his feet. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Throwing, Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Bullock's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. After marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Brian Asamoah in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Elliott. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's some cause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
On second down, it's Cook again.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
And he fields it cleanly.
And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back.
And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
From the 35 on second down, Prescott. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
The Cowboys at 7-2 here on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Over the dime looked on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop any of those. 3rd down coming up.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On 3rd down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. For the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards that time for number 19. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
Jaron Kearse in on the tackle.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's not like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice game. There goes an impressive 31-yard gain. Cousins gives way to Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. To throw is Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now, a 3-point swing right there.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Stop made there by Brian Asamoah. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Steps away. And that went off the mark. This Minnesota D up to the task of the 3rd down pass play.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Vikings 3.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He'll dump this off to Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to air one out.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. He's got room at the 30. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the red zone now, Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have run on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Marr on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll look to throw here. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Smith Jr. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. On play action, Cousins sliding out of the pocket. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Cousins now from the 50. And complete, right side to Cook. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down. 10th carry now for Elliott. To the 43, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott now. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Prescott on 1st down. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the fourth.
Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Marr now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Take it in at the 3.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety.
He's got a man, complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40.
So how about that for a changeover? All the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passing we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Cousins again. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
They'll run with Cook. Showed off the footwork, but still caught out shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Cousins. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Keelan Cole, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Bullet good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. In the fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. There might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw this time. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Elliott running right. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a keeper with Prescott. And try to push his way forward. But I think he's going to be short. And he is short. So Kirk Cousins in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. 26 seconds to go. They're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. That's complete. It's Cook. Oh, but a great tackle there. Going to hold him to no gain as the clock runs. One last shot now for Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And they work this out past the 25. So it's a win here for the Cowboys. And it was Dak Prescott.